Team worked really hard. We actually powered the vehicle back, powered it down in August of 2003. Then about 2 years later, in September of 27th of '05, we powered back up after our major mod period. And here you can see some folks working in the crew module and the avionics bays. We did a lot of major mods to the vehicle. And here you see the nose cap. And this was installed for flight back in April 2006. And you can see the guys here as they rotate it and then lift it up to the nose of the vehicle. And interesting about this nose cap, there's over 2,000 custom-built blankets that the folks installed on the nose cap. And here back in January, you can see where we installed the main engines on Endeavour. This was January 19th this year, and we installed all 3 engines on the vehicle. This is the airlock going into Endeavour. This was installed back in April. And you can see the folks as they lift from the transfer aisle of the orbiter processing facility up and over into the cargo bay of OV-105. And there you see the technicians as they lower it into place. And then here we're showing the orbiter boom and the sensor system, which is a new modern OV-105 since return to flight. And again, you can see it in the transfer aisle of the orbiter processing facility as it goes up and over to be installed into the cargo bay of Endeavour. On the port side of the vehicle, you can see the remote RMS system that's already installed. And here, again in the transfer aisle of the orbiter processing facility, you can see the tunnel adapter. And again, as this goes up and over into the cargo bay to mate to the airlock, and this is a spacer that's used between the airlock of the orbiter and the space hab that we're flying on this flight. And this work was completed back in May of this year, early May. And just shortly after this, we closed the doors for flight, which we'll see shortly. And it essentially completed the cargo processing in the OPF for OV-105 for this flow. And here you can see the doors being closed in the OPF for the last time. This is a special system we use on the orbiter in the orbiter processing facility designed to close the cargo bay doors in a 1G environment. And then back on July 2nd of this year, rolled OV-105 out of the orbiter processing facility on its way over to the vehicle assembly building. This was a real big day for the team. Folks worked really hard over the last 4 years or so in the processing facility. And it was really a big day for them to see the results of their work and how the vehicle transitioned from horizontal processing to vertical processing. And once we got into the vehicle assembly building, we lifted the orbiter and we rotated it on July 2nd, as I said earlier. And then we actually lifted and mated the vehicle on July 3rd of this year to the external tank. And there in the vehicle assembly building transfer aisle, you can see the sling that holds the orbiter, and you can see as it's lifted over the orbiter transporter system and then rotated to vertical. And this shot here is Endeavour going up and over the transom in the vehicle assembly building into High Bay 1 of the VAB to be mated to the external tank. And it's a real tight fit up there, George, to transition from the transfer aisle into the high bay itself. We have to actually turn the orbiter 45 degrees to get through the transom and then rotate it back to the 90-degree point to lower it down to mate to the external tank. You can see the tile and thermal protection system on the orbiter. We actually replaced 2,000 tile on the vehicle this flow, which is a really big number for the folks. It really took a lot of effort from our tile production folks. And then on July 10th of this year in the evening and went into July 11th, we rolled the vehicle out to the launch pad, and that was a real big day for the folks in the flow. And here you can see as the vehicle gets hard down at the launch pad.